in my journey building Criston Cole was that, I had young kids. I was active, I was doing all these things in the entrepreneurs organization, and I wasn't taking care of myself. And when I started to take care of myself, when I start physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, other good things started to happen exponentially easier and faster. And the Ironman journey was just one of those, right?
Yeah.
And as I did that, I started to become less tolerant of those who would say things like, "I don't have time for that," or I can't fit that into my schedule. Or it's not. So like time management's not a thing. Choose your priorities and stick with the main thing. But it was that Ironman journey that really got that super dialed in. And as I was doing that, so training for Ironman, raising kids, running a company, selling a company, learning something new, and still, and going to AA meetings and like living a good life, I thought there's so many entrepreneurs that could benefit from pausing their growth mode for a second and focusing on themselves. And it's probably the rest of my life's work to be focused on that.
You've had to teach yourself as you've gone, right? And, we started talking about, where you came from, jail, felon, build that into, over a number of years, build it into Criston Cole. What are the biggest skills you've had to learn along the way, Kris, as a founder?
Hyperfocus. And I'll go straight up business planning on this one. I think, I don't think it was mastering the Rockefeller habits from Vern Harnish that really I didn't really know what to do with the book when I first read it. And truthfully, I didn't know what to do with scaling up when I first read it, but I love the idea of the simplicity of one-page plan. My fourth core value is simple solutions. So let's take the complex and make it simple, or find the easiest, the easiest way. So what's worked is focus on what matters most. When I first got sober, it was don't drink and go to a meeting. And if that doesn't work, don't drink and go to a meeting. And if that doesn't work, do that for 90 days. And if you're not completely satisfied, we'll be more than happy to refund your misery. It's odd and awesome that I now teach entrepreneurs, let's get hyper focused on something. Let's do something for 90 days. And if that doesn't work, we'll reset, but you can't reset 15 days from now.
That is the most important point that Kris has always pushed. And you can't just try it and say it didn't work. You have to commit to it and then say it didn't work. And that's a huge learning for an entrepreneur.
And I had this epiphany of people go and do things and they don't like it. Oh, wait, this is just like going to a meeting. I've been to 5,000 AA meetings in 13,000 days. And I've been to 1,000 crappy meetings if I had to be judgmental.
Yeah.
And, if I went to 5 of them in a row and thought, no, this isn't for me, and then bailed, what shit ass position my life would be in today, so that stick-to-itiveness of, I heard it a lot back then, go 90 meetings in 90 days. And it's there's a funny piece of irony that's what I teach today. That connection for me is just, gold.
The curse of the founder is we're so sort of always so future focused, and so averse to wasting time, but that what we view as wasting time is momentary, right? It's it's,
sure.
Like Peter said, oh, I did this for the last 3 days. It's not working. Well, you didn't learn anything, right?
Yeah.
You
didn't commit to
learned
it.
Nothing.
But with 90 days, we pick the goal, right? And we can adjust things we're doing to get to that. But we don't adjust the goal. We try not to adjust the strategy. If we truly prove something out that works, then we double down. If it's not working, we try something else.
Yeah.
And it's that, I think the second thing for me to learn was don't just think about it. Go do it, test it, and figure out what works. And this idea of overthinking things, I'd actually challenge and say most people don't overthink things. Most people underthink things and just rethink the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and keep getting the same shitty results. We go out and do.
Right.
Go do, fail, learn, go do, fail, learn, go do, win, pour gas on that.